Hello all, welcome you all to the new playlist on digital communications. In this, the lecture 1 is on advantages of digital communications. So the first and foremost advantage of the digital communication is the digital communication equipment are inexpensive. They are inexpensive compared to the analog communication equipment. They are simpler and cheaper. And it is all because of the integrated circuit technology. The ICs are not only small, reliable, but also cost effective. Second one, use of repeaters. During long distance communications especially, the repeaters are used. During long distance communication. Repeaters are nothing but the combination of transmitter and receiver. The receiver receives the signal, amplifies it, and transmits again. Receivers are used to increase the range of communication, the distance. In this, since the transmission is digital and the channel encoding is used, therefore the noise does not get accumulated from repeater to repeater, and this is done mainly due to encoding. The third one, high level privacy and security. This is due to the use of data encryption. Very important, data encryption algorithms. Because we are using data encryption algorithm, only the permitted receivers are allowed to detect the transmitted data. And this property of it makes it more reliable to use in military applications. Military applications. Next, immune to noise. The digital communication systems are highly immune to noise. Because the transmitted signals are digital in nature and a large amount of noise interference may be tolerated, this makes the digital communication equipment more noise immune. Next is multiplexing. So in digital communications, it is easier and efficient to multiplex the, maybe for instance, speech signal, video, music, and also the data. They all can be multiplexed and transmitted over a common channel using TDMA or CDMA techniques. TDMA, time division multiplexing, and CDMA, code division multiple access. TDMA, time division multiple access. And next is storing capacity. So talking about the storing capacity, digital data can be easily stored and processed. Next is here, easy to detect and correct errors. And it is due to the use of channel coding. So in digital communications, we use channel coding, with which it becomes easy for us to detect the errors and also correct the errors. So these are the advantages of digital communication. Next, going with the disadvantages. So first one is sampling error. So sampling error gets introduced. So we all know that the real-time signals are analog, and we need to convert the real-time signals into digital signals. And how do we convert the analog signal into a digital signal? By passing through sampler and then through a quantizer. So here the sampling error gets introduced, which we will again learn it in the sampling theorem. Circuits are, next one, circuits are more complex. So if you see the block diagram, there are we have the source encoding, channel encoding, modulators, multiplexers, and again at the receiver, channel decoding, source decoding. So this makes the circuits more complex. And next is synchronization is required. Yes. So what happens here is, when we go with the synchronous modulation, the digital communication needs synchronization. More bandwidth. This is an important factor. More bandwidth is required. So why do this more bandwidth is required? This is again due to the analog to digital conversion. The data rate becomes high. Thus what happens is that during conversion the data rate becomes high. Thus more bandwidth is required. High power consumption. So even the power required is also high for this digital communications. So revising once again, the advantages of the digital communications are the use of repeaters, they are inexpensive, high level of privacy and security, more immune to noise, and the possibility of the multiplexing, storing capability, easy to detect and correct errors. And when we look into the disadvantages, sampling error is introduced, circuits are more complex, synchronization is required, more bandwidth is required for channel, and high power consumption. So thank you for watching. So my next lecture would be on the block diagram of digital communications. Thank you all.